where we are in this conversation in regards to failed services of a mandatory public education system, because it is a failed process across the nation. And then it's so easy to just target African American children because they're not making it. Let me share it out, get some people in the conversation. This is the year of, you know, 2025. Let me see where I share, what else I can share through a Gmail. And, Nevada is, the strip where Tupac died. I didn't realize Tupac actually died here, but he did. And so, and then we just have to understand that we're living under this rule of mandatory public education. Public education is mandatory. People may disagree, but it really doesn't matter because you can either choose to participate or choose not to participate. But the reality is that they can take your children. And so they have so many children. They have a 38% population of Negro children in the foster care system here in Nevada, Henderson, Nevada. Let me see if I can do the light a little bit different. And I'm living in Las Vegas, Nevada. And quite frankly, it is what it is. I'm trying to get the glare out. All right. And I'm from California. So in California, things are done a little differently. That's right. They follow some of the regulatory guidance. And the whole thing about right this moment in time in history is regulations. They're trying to sweep those under the carpet. They don't want to have to deal with those regulations. And for the Negro people who are in an elected position, like our AG, our Attorney General, he's real. He stepped up, filed a complaint against the federal government so they could stop because he didn't even understand the impact of, hello, is that, oh, well, hello and welcome. I'm just chilling on the patio. And it's awesome to be able to understand who you are, because what time is this about? It is about 6:47, almost 7 o'clock in Las Vegas. And that's where I'm living. And, and so people can sit back and wait for the conversation to happen, but it's not happened yet. And Kamala, she ran for this election, and I would have voted for her, but I also would have voted for Liz Cheney too. And so understand, it's not a white or black thing, it's an American thing. And in America, it's we the people. And you have to look at what's happening and the inability to measure what is considered the maintenance of effort, meaning how much support came in your local community to help the kids. But so many kids are just not making it, and when they end up in the penitentiary, goddamn, can you imagine? I just can't imagine that life, going in and out of the pen. And when you go into the jail, you go into the penitentiary and get out of the penitentiary and go back into the jail again. And I'm saying, oh, wow. And then people are partying to the, I got 5 on it, fucking with that Indo weed. I'm saying Indo weed, the indigo weed now, hey, it's real. And as long as I was in California, and, I had a workers' comp injury, because actually, I'm 67. And I have 3 children, and I raised my sons. I have 3 sons, and they all got a high school diploma. Now, how in the hell is it that they have in a percentage, 88% population of black children, Negro children, in the juvenile facility, and then the state of Nevada be found guilty of violating the Title II rights of the children who have disabilities that are incarcerated? And I'm saying, oh, well, did you not? I mean, what are we going to do about that? That's what I want to understand, because we have so many black elected officials. And, they elitists. Now they got some money. And, my family is connected. Well, my sister, she retired Caltrans, and her husband did too. So they have a home up here in Las Vegas, and over there in the upper, the uppity niggas, they're uppity niggas, and that's just how it is. And and here we are living in the year of 2025, and I'm saying, well, goddamn, well, what happened? How come there's so many children that are just being pushed through the system? I mean, they get this certificate of completion. What the fuck is that? Anybody have any words about what is a certificate of completion? Well, it's a piece of paper. And see, you excuse the local community for not giving you a high school diploma, and they give you a piece of paper saying that you ain't got to come back. Now, can you imagine that? But they continue to get paid until your ass turn 26 because you special ed. I'm saying, what the fuck is special education? Well, I'm telling you, special education is like, it is like, what is it? It is considered Burger King of public education. That's what it is. Because you're going to get what you need. Not necessarily what you want, but you're going to get what you need. And I'm saying, you see, I had one that was gifted and gate. So my oldest child, he was gate and gate identified. But this motherfucker over there at Kennedy High School, he was a counselor. And I sat up and talked to him, and he was trying to tell me how it was that my son was in the gate program, but he wasn't really a gate child. Should you play? I don't know. My son played Roblox. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Wait, NMV, I don't know what that is. Someone else. Well, do we have to put a moderator in the room? We can do that. Because I don't know all the extra shit y'all going on. I'm just talking. Because I'm by myself. And where am I right now? In Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. I'm right here in the heart of what? Oh, you're in Brazil. How awesome. Well, shit. Things are changing all over the world. And we just need to understand that. I don't know. Well, how do you do that? You have to push that. Push that. No, you don't push that. I know. I don't know how that works. Well, anybody. Channel add a moderator. It says add one. A standard one. Oh, you just put somebody in charge. I don't know. It is whatever it is. But anyways, I was going to say that, I came here about 5 years ago and, trying to fit in, trying to understand what's going on, just because they have so many black people that are elected in position. And, especially out there in the historic West Side. But it tends to say that, the people on the historic West Side, well, they do what they do over there. And they advocate for African American people or black people. And I'm saying that's where the Cotton Club used to be, the Moulin Rouge, you know what I'm saying? Because this is historical, Moulin Rouge. I'm saying all the Negroes who are paying taxes to perform on the strip, they pay a higher rate. And then the niggas that came here because they were rowdy people, the people that came with the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders. And so they were really hyping up how Oakland was coming to Vegas. And it's just real. And then we had Henry Ruggs fuck it up because he was out in the middle of the night. See, it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. And he had asinine activity in his mind. And he hit somebody and unalived him. So he got 3 years, and he's working at the governor's mansion, I believe. And he's almost out. He's almost done. And I believe what I thought Henry Ruggs should have did is get his ass on the bench of the Oakland Raiders and sit on the bench and practice and work out with them. And then, at least get up in front of the public and talk about how bad it is to have a fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? That you think that you have the right to, exhibit some of this shit. And I'm saying, and then, we recently have lost a football player. My son said, oh, and I said, I wonder what happened. I mean, we have to understand that public communication is everything. And you can just talk to yourself. because I'm talking to myself right now. Anybody can be a mod. Yes, anybody can be a mod. And whatever y'all want to do is what y'all want to do. And if you inbox me, then I can inbox you. And quite frankly, it is whatever it is. And we're just all living on this planet, you see? And it's called Earth. And I'm in Las Vegas, Viva. But, Tupac was unalived here. And I'm saying, damn. But, Tupac was real. He was just real. And so was Michael Jackson. And I'm saying, okay, Michael was awesome, but his music was beautiful. And and then and then they wanted us to talk about OJ. I remember when OJ Simpson was found innocent. Believe me, I was working at Los Rios Community College at Cosumnes River College. hmm And the moment that the verdict erupted, you could hear the screams and, of joy and everything with the people all over the school. And I'm saying, but then the white people were looking frantic. And I'm saying, the whole thing is her behavior. She was wherever she was, but that was her behavior. And, the universe kind of, you get to go where you go simply because you don't know. And I don't even know where I am right now. But I know all three of my sons got a high school diploma. And I'm trying to understand what the fuck is going on here when you have an 88% population of Negro children in the juvenile facility over there at that Black Mountain thing. And then you have a 38% population of Negro children in the foster care system here. And then you pay motherfuckers $50,000 a pop. Just for what? And I'm saying, when you start listening to the legislative, guidance, because everything is we the people state. Hey, my neighbor's coming. What's going on, Jeff? I see you're coming with your own drink. Come on over and have a seat. Oh, I'm probably going to have to get off here because, we can't be live streaming real stuff. Oh, have a seat.
Talking to somebody?
No, I'm just on live. I'm live streaming and I'm just shooting the shit. What can I say? Nothing else
You're
to
doing
do.
your own crazy thing.
Of course, I have to talk to myself because if I don't,
Nobody else will, right?
That's right. Who else gives a fuck? Anyways, y'all, I have a podcast over there on Spotify. It is Parent Empowerment Half an Hour. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Lots of people are coming in the room now. Lots of people. Well, we won't talk about anything personal, okay?
You're in your own world.
I really am. So, anyways, it's cool.
Where's John working?
Yeah, he went to work. He gets off at 11 and I pick him up. I'm going to go ahead and log out. Here you go. Good night. I'll be back. That's what I'll say. So, y'all have a good evening. Gotta end my podcast now.